Hello, everybody. Thank you once again for joining Nevine Bentley and I. We are speaking about family mediation, and Nevine Bentley works with Facilitate Family Mediation, who are based in Farnham, Surrey. And this is our part two. You can see part one is there, which gives a lot of information about why family mediation is pretty good way to go through divorce. So Nevine, for example, if I've never been to. I do work with as a family mediator, but if I had never heard of family mediation and I've gone through the Mayans, and oh no, let me start from somewhere else. I need to find out about family mediation. Somebody's told me, why don't we try family mediation? Where would I start looking?
First of all, the Family Mediation Council keeps a database of all the mediators in the country.
Okay.
Resolution also does. Resolution is a body that I belong to. I'm a member of that. It's supports non-confrontational. It has a code of practice that we all sign up to, saying that we are here to support couples going through divorce in a non-confrontational way, which can only benefit them as well as any children of the family.
Okay, all right. So they go through that and they can find the family mediator closest to them. Do you ever conduct mediation sessions via Skype? Can you do that? Or
I have just recently. A couple have moved abroad.
Okay.
The lady has gone back to Europe, and her husband is he's on a contract in Australia. So we did do a Skype
All right.
session,
Brilliant.
and it worked fabulously well.
Yeah.
I don't know if the success of that was because we know each other already. We've met face to face for a couple of sessions. This was our third session.
Okay.
But it worked amazingly well, and at least it helped them to be able to carry on with their divorce using the mediation process, as opposed to, I mean, we're in different time zones here.
Yes.
We're in 3 different continents.
Yeah.
So, you know what, and it worked extremely well. And I wouldn't hesitate in using it again. It was my first time.
Okay.
And it worked very, very well indeed. And I have another party where he's able to come in, and the wife is working abroad, so she's going to join us from Canada by Skype.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. That's really good. It opens up the doors for family mediation even more than there is now. And your clients, are they all the ones who come to facilitate family mediation? Do they all come to you in Farnham, Surrey, or do you go out to see them as well?
No, I always have people come to me because I've gone to a lot of trouble to create an atmosphere which is tranquil, safe.
Yeah, which we can see at the background, I have to say.
And I feel that it has to be away from somewhere that's personal to them.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to go to their house. They've got the dog barking, the neighbour might ring on the bell, the child might wake up. So it has to be somewhere where they're cocooned, where they can concentrate and focus.
Okay.
And so, but you know, I know other mediators who can go to meet them in an office situation. Yeah, okay. which works as well.
Okay. If I think it would be good to talk about, because some people will have fears if they come into the room and you're discussing, and it just kind of like breaks down, and one of them decides, actually, I don't want to mediate with him or with her. Yes. There are other ways of still continuing with the mediation. Can you tell us a little bit more about?
Yes, sure. Well, here at Facilitate Family Mediation, what we do is encourage, of course, the best way is face-to-face. If there is any time that one or the other feels uncomfortable, and it does happen, mid-session it happens sometimes, where they say, I encourage them to say to me, can I have a word with you? I want to discuss this separately.
Yes.
Or that actually things are not good between them, and we don't want people disadvantaged for whatever reason.
Yes.
And so you can conduct shuttle mediation, which is separate rooms, and you go between them.
Yeah.
You know, one to the other. That works well too. Yeah. It works very well. It's whatever you personally are happy doing.
Okay.
And it shouldn't stop you because you feel that you cannot talk freely to each other. There
Yes.
are still ways of being able to sort things out.
Okay. Just before we finish, Nevine, can you give us, if it's okay to ask this, like a case example, obviously not with real names and and all of that, but an example of one, two mediation cases that you have handled that proved to be difficult to begin with, and then how that worked out in the end. But also another example, and this one I'm going into because I've had people say that family mediation doesn't work where people have got the millions of dollars and pounds that they have, that it's not suitable for family mediation. But somewhere where you have worked with high earning couples,
Sure.
and you manage to sort out the financial,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
I think really a divorce is a divorce, whether the finances have a few more noughts at the end of it, or whether
that's
you've
right.
got 4 properties to dispose of.
That's right.
That
Yeah.
shouldn't faze any good mediator. I feel particularly encouraged by having my practice because I'm coming at it from a lawyer trained background.
Yes.
So I know what the courts will expect, and I know what needs to be done, really. So I feel that for me that's an advantage that I'm very pleased to have.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be afraid of that. The only thing that stops anybody, regardless of their wealth or financial circumstances, lack of wealth, either end of the spectrum, is their own attitude to it.
Okay.
Just because you feel that it isn't for you, that you would feel more comfortable with a lawyer taking your position for you. I would just say to those people, go and meet a few mediators, and if you click with them personality wise and you trust them, then it will work for you every time.
Yeah. Okay. And you have had cases where you have managed to go to the end, to
Oh, absolutely,
complete.
yes. I see it as a personal challenge goal to me that every person I take on, that we conclude, have a very high percentage rate of getting them to the final stage, which is the memorandum of understanding.
Yes.
In the open financial stage.
Yeah.
And I would say that just about every single person I've had maybe 2% who fall apart and say, I don't want to go down this route. And
that's a
those,
pretty
I'm
good
afraid,
record.
are probably coming at it with that attitude anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yes, it's a success story really for those people, because it's my guidance, yes, but the decisions, the major players on that centre stage are the couple themselves.
Yes.
They've made it possible.
Yeah, because what I remember from family mediation is that the family mediator is there just to guide.
Yes.
They're not there to give any advice. They're not there to tell them what to do, or
Absolutely.
it's just having the third person in the room. Or do you co-mediate, Nevine, or do you mediate on your own?
I have done some co-mediation that has worked particularly well.
Okay.
I wouldn't hesitate in asking a colleague to help me if I felt that something was very complex, or that I wasn't perhaps getting the couple to explore the options as well as they might. So maybe a colleague who comes at it from another angle, therapy background, someone like you, perhaps, Zoila, or a child therapist, or any, then I wouldn't hesitate at all. I think it should be a holistic approach to divorce that we take anyway.
All right. Okay. So if anybody wanted to reach you, where would they do that? How can they get in touch with you? Don't give phone numbers. Just
Give phone numbers?
No phone numbers. Just because when we put it on YouTube, you don't want the crazy people. Yes, exactly. Just we'll put it on the website and on YouTube. But how can they get you? How can they find you?
The best way to find my practice is on our website, which is www.facilitatefamilymediation.com. Or also we are on the database with Resolution, and also with the Family Mediation Council.
Okay, all right. And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was brilliant. I'm going to put it on, and hopefully if it means that a couple somewhere will end up going for family mediation, saving them not only time but loads of money and a lot of aggravation.
Yes.
Like you say, there is, it's not that we are saying do not go to your family lawyer or family solicitor, not at all. It's
Not
an
at all.
alternative way of dealing with this, with divorce, and there is a place for everyone, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or even for mediation to work alongside their lawyers.
That's
and
right.
vice versa.
Yeah.
No, I have no hesitation mid-mediation to say you could do with a session with a solicitor right
Yes,
now.
brilliant.
And that's how we should work well together.
Okay.
Each other.
Thank you so much, Nevine.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a fabulous day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.